Welcome back, race fans. We're here with the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series at Talladega this week, and man, I'm telling you, the excitement level is off the charts here. Coming up tomorrow night here on MaxSpeedTV, the SRCA IndyCar. That'll be running tomorrow night, but let's quickly here take a look at the race analytics for tonight. 94 laps are going here tonight. That's about 250 miles. Tire window about 55 to 65 laps. It could actually probably go a little longer than that, but fuel window 45 to 55 laps, and pit road speed 55 miles an hour. So track temperature is 107 degrees though, Jeff. It's a little warm out there.
Yeah, a little bit warm out there, but these guys showed us last week at Daytona what heck of good drivers they are at these Super Speedways Truck Series.
Yes, sir. Very good. All right, let's get down to the points here. Kyle Manger actually takes over the point lead here, 20 points ahead of Lucas Cram and Seth Knoll. So that's pretty good for Kyle Manger. Josh Fox in fourth, 21 points behind. Jacob Bell in fifth, 22 points back. Brett Murphy in sixth. Both of the Bretts right there pretty close together. He is 24 back. Brett Taylor, 25th, 25 back. In eighth, Caden Atkins, I guess it is, in 26 points behind. Justin Bruns in ninth, 36 points back, tied with Ben Nelson. Now, Ben did move into the 10th place here, but he is tied. So, all right, Jeff, you got the rest of them?
Oh, yeah. Gavin Jones, 11th, 37 points behind our leader, which, again, is Kyle Manger. 12th will be Jason Leisman. He's 38 points back. Alan Balcino, he's 40 points back. Alex Bell, or Alex W. Bell, for those people out there viewing, 43 points back in 14th place. Sean Howe, 2 races in, 44 points back. Daryl Harris, 46 points back in 16th spot. Tied for 17th, we had Rodney Evans and Curtis Granger, both 48 points back. Jeff Price, racing here again this evening, 3 races in, 50 points back, and 20th we have Robbie Lyons.
Very good. All right, so it should be a pretty good one here. We're just a couple of minutes away from qualifying, and we're looking for the first stage on lap 20, and then the second stage will be lap 40. So they run I don't know if what do you call that? 3 stages technically, because first stage is 20, second stage is 40, and third stage is the last lap. I guess it would be 3 stages, right?
Somewhere around that number, yep. Rudy. But we also have to remember the big points gains we just saw between certain drivers, like Lucas Cram. He doesn't have a lot of bonus points up there, but he won the race last week, I believe, at Daytona. Kyle Manger won a stage and received a ton of bonus points along with laps led, right, as did Josh Fox. So winning stages are a big thing here in this league.
Oh, yeah, you betcha. Yeah. Well, that's the way it's been in any of the leagues here. They've been doing, some of the leagues that I cover with them stage points. Boy, it really adds up and adds up quickly. I mean, a guy could go from running 15th in the points to running in the top 5 in the points just for one race. So them bonus points do add up a lot.
Yeah, they do. And that's what the drivers need to, obviously you're going to have to miss crashes. We're probably going to see a couple here this evening. So you got to miss those. Find your good starting buddy to get a good push and, work through each event. So yep. That's the big thing, getting through the events that come up, be it a subsidized caution flag that we're going to see around lap 2021, or avoiding that wreck like I mentioned.
Right. Well, a shout out to the Lodge Box for being an official sponsor here for the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series. So shout out to them, and also a shout out to Jeff Price. Jeff Price YouTube. That's the name of it, the YouTube 250. So, yep. And Jeff Price is actually sponsoring the race tonight. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. Jeff Price currently has a slower time on the track. Doesn't look like he's got hooked up, but Yeah, like you said, huge shout out to him and Lodgebox for the sponsorship here this evening.
Hey, Oski, how you doing? How's everybody doing there? Unsolved Lucas, good luck. Rocket Man's in here. So, but a few drivers tuning in. Everybody, I do appreciate you guys stopping by here. And we're going to step away real quick here and play the National Anthem, folks. We'll be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bombs busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the
All right, we're back, folks, and qualifying's underway here. It is open qualifying. They do have 10 minutes of open qualifying, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of different pole sitters here until they finally get it settled out. Right now, Curtis Granger is the top of the leaderboard, but that's about to change here because we got a pack of them coming around.
Yeah, Curtis Granger up front a lot at Daytona last week. He had a good run there, except towards the end when he got caught on pit road.
Yep. Oh, Gavin Jones now takes over the point. Jacob Bell had it there for a minute, but now he's clear back in 16th, just that quick. Wow.
We're going to see a lot of the same faces, a lot of new faces too, who you work on, depends on how well your time goes here. A little bit of a crash happening. Those guys are going to have to start over. Seeing a distinct amount of Toyotas out in the field. I know those guys love their Toyota trucks versus the Chevys. They think they get out there better and going.
Oh, yeah. Well, Arfke, I got my new, are you still there, Arfke? I got my new video card, and it's installed, so I'm going to do some testing on here whenever I get a break. Hard to get a break anymore. Oh, Gavin Jones is still holding on to it. Man.
Yeah, that breakup of the big pack really helped Gavin maintain this lead, and he's running around there still with the guys left from that pack and not getting too much of a push. They need that big old group again to get her going and get some huge speeds up on the board.
Well, let's I wanted to grab somebody here real quick and drag them up here. Tell you what, let's talk to, let's see if we can get a word in here with Luke Parks. Luke Parks, you got a copy?
I got you.
Luke, what are you expecting here tonight at Talladega?
Probably, I don't know. There's probably going to be one big wreck or two big wrecks, and then just try and survive and try to keep my fast repair saved until the end of the race.
Right. Well, that's always a good thing, keeping that quick repair. But do you think you might have a chance here? I know it's kind of a shooting match when you go to a super speedway. You know, anybody can win, but you know, you see guys with super speedway experience outmaneuvering and outsmarting people that maybe has a little less experience. So you think that you've got enough experience to get it up there in the front when it comes time?
I think if my game plan works out, I think I'll have a good shot there at the end.
Very good. That's what we like to hear. So, well, I mean, I know you don't want to take any sudden chances, and a chance of wrecking yourself or somebody else out of the race, and but when the time comes down to it, hey, it's anything goes at the end, man. It's if it's a tight battle, man. Last week's race was just amazing. The finish was amazing. And you guys did a fabulous job, so I hope to see you guys repeat that again this week.
Well, I appreciate it, and I hope it's pretty good myself.
Yes, sir. All right, well, good luck, brother.
Thank you.
All right, very good.
Yeah, the great thing about this week here, Rudy, is we'll have a 3-lane racing track, possibly 4 if they want to, but when we saw 3-wide action last week, it was nerve-wracking. This week, maybe not so much.
Yeah, be a little more relaxed out here. Is Kyle Manger in here? I don't see him in here. No, I don't see him in here.
Still some holdouts on Discord.
Yep. Yeah, because they're in Discord, and that's what I had a guy over there just a few minutes ago. I couldn't even talk to the winner of that race, but because them guys they all use Discord, and it just screws up your mic. You got to set it for that, and then when you go to TeamSpeak, you got to reset it. So I told him, I said, well, first thing you want to do is uninstall Discord. That's the first thing you want to do. It is a good program for gaming, but I can't use it for what I do.
No, Discord free.
Yep.
TeamSpeak you pay, and you get a little bit of service.
Well, and you can run I run this TeamSpeak here runs on my other computer for free. You can run a 32 slot TeamSpeak for free. You just put it on your computer and run it as a server. 32 slots is a lot of them. I mean, heck, what do we got? How many racers we got in here? 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We got 33 in here in the race right now. So about the whole field could be in your, we got, we got 30 in TeamSpeak right now.
Oh, they'll all come over here when they miss out on that opportunity.
Yep.
Get their voices heard and their opinions said. But we got a big group forming up on the track now, Rudy, as we close in the last minute and a half.
I see that.
And amazingly, Gavin Jones still on top.
Well, Arfke, you don't do what I do, though. I mean, I don't know. It just jacks up my whole sound system. I have no sound on my computer, and it just locks it up. I have to actually hard stop my computer and restart it. The only way I can get it to work again. It's just, I don't know if it's something with the driver for Discord that they use or something, and it's not compatible with something on my computer. I really don't know. I've tried everything that I've known. I know people that have Discord, and we've tried different settings, and we just cannot find a setting that it works without locking up my computer. So, I mean, it just physically locks up my computer, locks it all up. All right, well, Gavin Jones is going to hold on to the pole, looks like, Jeff. Wow, there's a big flip.
Yeah, he does.
Whoa.
They had a big crash to end that session there.
All right, so that'll wrap up qualifying.
Yeah, that'll be a long rundown for the end of qualifying. We got another minute before we grid here, give the drivers a little bit of time to get off the track.
And congratulations, Gavin Jones. Looks like he's going to hold on to the pole. We got 25 qualifiers.
Now, the person we talked to, did he end up No, see, he mentioned strategy. Luke Parks there in that 3 machine. Yep. He took no qualifying time, so he definitely wanted to start in the back.
That's right. Yep. And that's a good call. That's probably what I would do too. I mean, either way, I guess it just depends on if you want to get up there and try to get stage points. So you definitely want to be inside the top 10 to get those stage points on lap 20. So, but he could go from the back of the field to the front of the field in them 20 laps real easily.
And just like that, I think the 25 machine heard you out on Discord and jumped up on TeamSpeak.
Oh. Who was that?
Manger.
Oh, Manger? Al Manger?
Yeah,
Okay.
Manger.
Okay. All right, well, here we go. We're going to run down through the starting grid. Gavin Jones holds onto the pole, the 50.080. Congratulations to him. Sean Howell will start in second. Josh Fox third. Alex Bell will start fourth. Rodney Evans fifth. Brett Murphy will start in sixth. Jacob Bell 7th, Ben Nelson 8th, Caden Atkins in 9th, and Colin Fern rounds out the top 10, Jeff.
Yep. Zach Ogburn 11th. Lucas Kramer, winner from last week, will start 12th. Kevin Kaufman 13th. Curtis Granger 14th. Dawson Miller in that 56th, 15th. Jeff Price, our sponsor here this evening as a driver, starting 16th in the 14 machine. Will Rodmer 17th. Alan Balancino 18th. Ryan Swan 19th. And Brandon Thomas 20th.
All right, Robbie Lyons in 21st. Man, Robbie's got some work to do to get up here with these guys. Just broke into the top 20 in points, so he's got a lot of work to do. Jason Leisman in 22nd. Justin Bruns 23rd. Jamie Dobbs 24th. Colby Wells, last one to take a qualifying time, will start 25th. Kyle Manger will start 26th. Even though he's our points leader, don't count him out. It's starting back there in 26 for sure. Nick Olson 27th. Tim Brangan 28th. Brett Taylor 29th. Luke Parks 30th. DJ Harris 31st. Stephen Gale 32nd. And Kevin Nelson rounding out the field in 33rd position.
Shotgun, a good place to be on that field here for an early caution, potentially. I'm just saying potentially. It's easier to slow down.
Yes, sir. All right, rolling out. Gavin Jones and company here, rolling out. Yeah, tonight's sponsor, Jeff Price. The Jeff Price 250 here at Talladega. Looking for lap 20 on the first stage.
Now, quick runs. We saw last week that they do not, just waive the caution indiscriminately. It's lap 21, essentially, that we'll see it come out. And if there's a caution that leaves us a one-lap shootout before, they'll take that one-lap shootout and waive it on the next lap.
Well, folks, if it's your first time here on MaxSpeedTV, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click that little bell next to it so you get a notification when we do go live. We do broadcast, I think we're 7 nights a week, so you always catch some good racing right here on MaxSpeedTV. You can check out our website for our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video. We'd appreciate that too. Well, Jeff, get him going. Get him going, man.
Yeah, I was going to say the 5 machine bounced out. Looks like he was trying to save fuel and didn't almost get it re-going. We're going to be going down here shortly. We've got to get through the tri-oval. The pace car's got to drop, and we do have to wait on the green flag. It's going to be an exciting start of the race. We're going to see our best racing from these fellers. Up here and early, pace car looking to go down that Ford Mustang. Here it goes down pit lane. The 12, Gavin Jones, and 33 is Sean Howell going to lead us off here for an exciting Jeff Price YouTube 250 at Talladega. Here we go. Waiting on the flag, man. Here we go. Green flag is out. Here comes the pushing and shoving. Not a huge start from the guys. That's what they need to get this aero push going as they get up to speed and head down into turn 1.
And a little blanket going on back in the pack there a little bit, but they'll get it sorted out here, I think, before long. But man, looking for, I think it's going to be a great race here tonight. But looking back on Kyle Manger, Kyle is, once they get everything sorted out, Kyle's running back in 24th right now. Yeah, 24th. That's our points leader. And, man, he's working it.
Yep, so some cars there split out on the backstretch and go to the back. Our race is still up front. Gavin Jones, Sean Howell, Josh Fox pushing Gavin Jones. Sean Howell being pushed by the 50 of Alex Bella. Who gets the first lap?
Sean Howell. Nice. And he's going to come down in front of Gavin Jones, dumping off his teammate there.
Yeah, a little bit of a Daytona shuffle there. Not confident to hang her out 3 wide yet. Some of these guys are just getting running. A lot of trucks reaching far down there, breathing.
Yeah, we got one clear off of the track there. Jeff Price. Or no, who is that? Jamie, I don't know who that was. Robbie Lyons? I can't even catch up to him. I don't know who it was. Jacob Bell, I guess it is. He's going to the back of the field. He dropped it clear down below the yellow line there. He's having some blinking problems. He may have been told by the admins to go to the back.
Oh, Gavin Jones, 3 wide situation coming up.
Oh, he's going to get out of it.
Yeah, he got loose there in the trioval. Decided to safely just put it down below. Seeing a lot of blinking from the guys, too.
Yeah, I see that. Alex Bell taking over the point here. They're changing up quite regularly here, Jeff. I mean, that's the typical nature of the beast of super speedway racing right there. I mean, the way these guys change up.
Yeah, early laps of a 94-lap race here at Talladega. A long one in store for the fans out there on YouTube watching it. We got a few guys. I see quite a bit of them. If they get shuffled down, they're respectably just staying down there. I really like that.
Yep, 87, Zach Ogburn going to go to the back of the field.
3 wide up front for about 3rd place.
He goes back. Yeah. Alex Bell. He'll come in behind Ben Nelson now.
Yeah, we're 2 by 2 out here out front, but we got a 3rd pack starting to form around the 15th spot backwards. Nope, they shape up. That was Brett Murphy and company. They decided to go back 2 by 2.
Yep, DJ Harris leading the field way back here. Dawson Miller with them. Zach Ogburn falls in with them guys. Kevin Nelson. And Gavin Jones all the way back here. Man, I don't know what happened there, but he has lost the draft. That's a shame. He's our pole setter.
I think he had to go around the corner of 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 there, and he just wasn't able to get back up under the draft before they exited the corner and really lost speed.
And Nelson to the point. And he brings his teammate right with him. Alex Bell drops it down there with him. Whoa, man, that was a close one.
Yeah, we saw Ben take the lead about 10 different times last week at Daytona, and he is not shy about moving into position number 1.
And he's not shy about taking a 3 wide either. Let me tell you that. And he leads that lap, getting a bonus point. Bell back around the outside. Josh Fox working with him up on the high side right now. Looking pretty strong. Boy, they've been able to make passes easily here. It looks like, well, they are clear, but they're not going to come down. Fox goes to the high side, way up high.
Yeah, he's going to get stuck out of the main pack of drafting trucks here. Out on YouTube, we got a little bit of information coming in with the high temps. A lot of pushing going on, but not successfully. Gets a little bit hard to control, says Clint there on YouTube.
Very good. Well, Bell continuing to lead.
Yeah, he is. Also on YouTube, Matt Thrasher, they're all over the place. You should have seen them last week at Daytona, the old Daytona, the bumpy track. They held that place together pretty well.
Yes.
As they shuffle here, they're just looking for air and, jockeying for position. They're pretty good at it.
Colin Fern coming from 10th to 2nd, making a bid for the lead.
Yeah, Colin had a nice qualifying time, being able to position himself early on for this run. Looks like he's got that 86 machine well up and running. Look, he might even lead this lap.
I think he did. Yes, he did. Very nice. So it shows you can get up there and look at here. Lucas Cram coming from 12th.
And
Last
we didn't see
week's
that
winner.
44. Yeah, we didn't see him until the end of the race last week.
Yeah.
With that late pit stop under green flag at Daytona, the 44 machine able to capitalize. And now he's looking to capitalize early, maybe some bonus points. Who was that went down?
Didn't. That was the number 33 there of Sean Howell. He went below the yellow line.
I mean, he almost paid for the price for it, but the guys behind him were pretty nice.
Yep. Yeah, the 17 there, Rodney Evans let him right in. And down in front, Colin Fern takes over the lead. Now that leaves the upper line open here, Jeff. Lucas Cram coming, last week's winner.
Yeah, real good push on the outside right now. We've seen him really come off at turn 4 through the tri-oval and get that good push down the long front straightaway towards the start-finish line, and the outside line beats the inside line into turn 1 most of the time.
Fern hanging on to it right now, though. And Alex Bell goes back to the outside, but he might have went a little bit too far. He comes out in front of Lucas Cram.
Yeah, I think the 86 tried to throw a block there, holds on to the lead for this lap, but that ensured, just one lap extra. You got to play nice down there and can't throw too big of a block.
That is true. Well, Josh Fox, that was up there bidding for the lead here a few minutes ago, now finds himself back in 10th. That's just how these guys get shuffled around here pretty quick.
Yeah. Lap 10 until lap 11 at the moment. We're seeing a 3-wide start go to the high side there. Don't know if they're going to make it, but they got a good push. That's Kyle Menger there behind the 22 machine.
Yeah, he's pushing him quite well there. Him and Caden Atkins working together.
Just not going anywhere. They got to have at least a couple more guys up there. It looks like they're starting to get some help now. It's going to take a lap or two to get that run going, though.
There is Nick Olson joins in with them. He's coming from 27th up to 15th. So some of the guys in the back are now making their move to get up to the front here and put themselves in position for this first stage.
Car in the wall, car around, Alan Balaccino.
Uh-oh.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh my, yeah, he did. Whoa. And we got a lot of guys getting involved in that, so let's go take a look here and see what happened. Balaccino up here in the middle. I'm gonna say probably a bumper hook. That's what we always see with these. It just seems like it's a bumper hook or a miscommunication or something. They're moving around. It looks like he gets a bumper hooked right there. He actually hooked the number 18. Both of them got into the wall pretty hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, those guys are going to have to burn that fast repair, but we are going to see our first pit stop upcoming. 12 laps in. You said what? With the full tank of fuel, they could go about 35?
It should be about pretty close to about 45 with a full tank of fuel. Oh, all right. Well, they go around. Let's see. Back up in the front here. Calling for, yeah, it should be right between about 40 and 45 laps, something like that.
No, they're going to push it at least to the end of the stage here. They're going to need tires. Maybe they don't with that huge fuel window. Those guys up front may just want to keep the track position, especially Colin Fern.
Yeah, because they're going to get the excuse me. Yeah, a lot of guys don't want to give up the track position right now, and I can't blame them. You know, they can make it to lap 20 for the first stage. So yeah, a lot of these guys up front here are not going to pit. It's just track position can be so hard to get, you know, and they just don't want to give that up. So, well, who do you feel like talking to there, Jeff? Grab somebody and talk to them.
All right. Well, let's see. Do we have our leader up here? Let's see where he's at, if he's in this.
Colin Fern, I don't recall seeing him in here.
He's in private,
Yeah.
so hopefully he's good to go. Let's see how they go. Colin, you got a copy?
10-4, what's going on, guys?
Hey, this is Jeff and Rudy in the booth. You're leading out here. You stay out during caution, I'm guessing, for track position and potential run at the stage. What's your mindset here?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's just getting stacked up on the bottom really bad, so if I could try to get up to the second groove, get that second groove line working the whole way around the track, it'd be ideal, but I just don't want to be in the back and get checked up. I'd just rather be full throttle around this place and hope everybody follows the line.
I hear you on that. Short run here to the end of the stage. You think you got what it takes to stay out front in front of these other guys making maneuvers, or is that outside just going to blow past you on a longer run here and dump down in front of you?
I think we're only going to have 5 or 6 laps, so I doubt the top side would get working that well, but I mean, if it does, I guess we'll just have to go up there and try to get ourselves a push before they get by us.
All right, Colin, thanks for those insights, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of the stage and maybe at the end of the race.
10-4, thank you, guys.
All right, Jeff. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to think right now. I mean, these guys not pitting, and some of the guys in the back did. From 17th on back, they pitted. So the front 16 have not pitted at all. Looking at, I think Colby Wells was way back in the field. He was one of the ones that did not pit. Robbie Lyons, these guys not stopping. Well, Colby is coming in, I think, or Colby. No, not Colby. I'm sorry. Some more guys are coming in though.
Yeah, with these,
cool.
Some of them might want to get some repair damage done without using that fast repair too.
Yes.
Lights out on the pace car. Oh, looks like a car got stuck a lap down. Who is that? The 9 maybe?
Wasn't that the number 2? Yeah.
Oh, yep. 2. Tim Brannigan getting stuck a lap down. He's going to have to stay out of trouble as we wind out this stage here.
Yep. Yeah, he'll have to go to the back of the field. So, all right, going to be restarting on lap 15, looking for lap 20 for the first stage.
I think they officially throw it as they come to the line on 21, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's at the end of lap 20. They throw it.
At least with our experience from last week, that's what we think is going on. Who knows?
Yeah.
They may have seen it better to throw it at lap 20 this week. Who knows?
No, he had contacted me already and told me no, that would be at the end of lap 20 and at the end of lap 40.
Well, after lap 40, those guys are going to have some pit strategy coming up, barring caution during that last segment, if the fuel count is that high.
All right, Colin Fern, Ben Nelson on the front row, getting ready to go back green. Sean Howell, Alex Bell, Rodney Evans, Lucas Cram, Josh Fox, Jason Leisman, and Brandon Thomas, and I think Brett Murphy, is the top 10. All right, pace car gets ready to head to pit road. These guys are chomping at the bit, ready to get this thing back underway here, looking to run 5 or 6 more laps here before they get the official caution for the first stage. They come around the tri over here and get ready to crank them up. All right, green flag's back in the air. We're back underway here for the Jeff Price YouTube 250 here at Talladega tonight.
Down into turn one they go, and going is a little bit slower than the initial start. They're biding their time trying to get the runs off the corners, it looks like.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit of a kind of a pull away there from that front group, but no fret on that. I think guys are kind of being a little patient right now, giving plenty of room to one another. They just want to get through this first stage. You know, get through it unharmed. That's what a lot of guys were, you know, when we talked to, who was that, Jacob Bell at the beginning there, and he said he was going to try to save his reset for that second half of the race. So some guys had to use it already, and that's going to be, you know, sorry about their bad luck on that one, man. But Colin Fern showing the way.
Yeah, a little bit of a shuffle there and somewhat contact. This front group breaking away from a potential second group here, shorting the racing surface of a lot of these drivers. Now the 44 dumping down as the 86 lost a lot on the corners. Here comes the 48 machine, though, of Nelson.
Yep, he's going to retake the lead. He ain't afraid to do it, and Rodney Evans coming right along with him. There was almost enough room for Josh Fox to jump down there, but he decided against it. Probably was a good thing. He would have come down, might have got into Lucas Cram.
Yeah, there was a potential there. That outside line not got a lot of help just yet. They're still forming up. This is what the 86, when we talked to him, what he was not about, but I think the 86 was thinking he was going to be out front and not stuck back beyond 5th place.
Well, clean racing's what these guys do best, man. After last week's race, I was totally blown away by how good that race was there last week, Jeff. That was really amazing. They did a phenomenal job at the rough Daytona.
Yeah, the leagues I've raced into, some of the leagues I've seen, sometimes you got super speedways down, but those guys handling last week was, like you said, phenomenal. And they're doing the same. They're doing the shuffle out here, and being able not to turn one another and to anticipate your fellow driver is somewhat amazing how easily they do it.
Yes, sir. Ben Nelson's still continuing to lead. Now, Lucas Cram up here, he's looking to try to get a bonus point, and he did get a bonus point on that lap. So that just kind of pushes him 1 point closer to Kyle Manger.
He needs a good stage win rather than just the race win. He needs both of them to really upend the points lead with the 25.
Oh, solid run for Lucas Cram coming from 12th up here to grab a bonus point. And now looking to try to get the stage win. Looks like we got 2 to go here for the stage before they throw out the official caution here for the first stage.
Yep, side by side, that outside has really gotten loaded up. 86, like he said, if he had to, he'd make the pass on the outside. He's got to at least push, I believe that's Bell, down to the lead this lap, and then get himself pushed to the lead on the final stage lap.
Yes, sir. Bell doing an amazing job, man. He got out there and got some bonus points right off the bat. Here comes Will Rodimer. Will Rodimer started 17th, running in the top 5 right now. Doing a heck of a job.
And that's called battling up right there, that 37.
Bell
a little bit of shuffle, a little bit of contact.
Bell gets pushed out of it. Oh, no. He's going to go backwards pretty quick here. Man, he's got to find a hole to get down. He can't. Oh, no, that's not good. He's not going to have a good stage finish here. The battle up front is between Lucas Cram and Ben Nelson. This is it right here for the stage. Ben with about a full truck lead over Lucas Cram. Can Cram come back? They usually do on the corners, but on the straightaways, I don't know. Let's see what he does here. The 17 right behind him there, Rodney Evans, doing everything he can to get Lucas up there to lead this lap and grab the bonus point for the first stage win. And it's going to be really close at the line. I don't know who got it.
Nelson, it's saying Nelson on the iRacing end, but I'm just not too sure because that official was like dead on at throwing the yellow flag.
Yeah, man, that was like almost too close to call. Maybe what we could do is get Lucas up here and actually find out. I think Ben Nelson got it. Let me see. Is Lucas around? He should be in here somewhere. Yeah, there he is.
He's down in the private room.
Hey, Lucas, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Did Ben beat you to the line?
Yeah, he barely got me. It was down to the 10/1000ths of a second, but yeah, he got me at the line.
Okay. All right. Well, we wanted to make sure that we were going to talk to the right guy for winning the stage. So thank you.
All right, no problem. 10-4.
Hey, good run. Keep up the good work, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So we need, if he's in here,
Ben Nelson. Yeah, Ben Nelson, if he's in here, we'll talk to him after his pit stop upcoming, I think.
Yeah, he's in here.
And they're definitely going to have to stop down. Just searching for the pace car at the moment. I think they had to go an extra lap before the pace car came out.
Well, congratulations to Ben Nelson for grabbing that stage win. That's pretty awesome. He needed that because, let's see, he's 10th in points coming into tonight, only 36 points back. So, I mean, he's made up a lot of ground in the last week, but he's, this will really be a big help for him.
Yeah, and he won a stage last week too, I believe. He's this is race number 4. He's raced in 3 of the races, so he's missed a race. That's bothered him in points, but not much, I guess, because if he keeps winning stages and races, he ain't gonna have to worry about it.
Now, if you remember, a lot of these guys did not pit because they didn't want to give up track position, so they're gonna probably all come to pit road now. Everybody wants to top off that fuel, get new tires. See what these guys do here coming down pit road.
Yeah, why that we watch him come down pit road, the admin for the session not handed out stage points, but told people who got stage points, and that is the 48, the 44, the 86, the 17, 33, 37, 5, 14, 11, 7.
Very good. Very good. Well, we had a couple of them did a drive, it looked like.
Waiting to get gas till the very end. Maybe good after the end of the next stage on lap 41, but not so much here. If the gas is as long as it is, just go down, get it all, and come back out.
Well, let's get a word in with Ben Nelson here. Ben, you got a copy?
Hey.
Boy, you come out with the stage win, boy, I'll tell you, by mere inches there at the line. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think it was a tie. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I just needed some stage points, so I went for it. Got a good push. It was pretty getting a little loose there, especially getting into 3. It was kind of fun, but I actually forgot to take tires, so I'm going to be pretty loose on this run here. Hopefully I can survive.
Yeah, Lucas said it was by 10/1000ths of a second. That was how close it was. He beat you, or you beat him to the line. So now, what do we expect in this next stage? Pretty much the same thing as you did in the first stage?
For me, yeah, I'm going to try to get up there and win it. But, talking about later in the race, it might be a bold prediction, but I think somebody's going to win the race.
Yeah, that is a pretty bold prediction. Somebody is going to win it, yeah. I think you're right. All right, we'll let you go out there, but congrats again on winning the first stage, Brandon.
Thanks, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, very good. Somebody's going to win the race. Yeah.
Yeah, someone will win that race. I think he's hoping he can win each stage and and the end of the race. Obviously, that would be the maximum capacity points for him.
Yep. Well, Rodimer's going to stay out. He still has not been to pit road yet. Him and Brandon Thomas, neither one of them have been to pit road yet. Everybody else has been to pit road at least once. So let's see. So we're looking for, I mean, they can actually make it to stage 2, which, really wouldn't be that bad. Taking a chance out there like that. What do you think?
I mean, look at the 37. He started 17th. He's the only one out there. Believe that was the 2 Brennigan that's a lap down. He stayed out trying to get the 37 to go down pit road to get a free lap around, but not having it as the 37 who wants track position. I can't blame him, but if you're the only one out in the end, you've lost.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Ben had a beautiful pit stop there, so now he's been to pit road. He's going to be starting on the outside of the front row here next to Will Rodimer that Will did not pit. And he can make it to the second stage on fuel. It's just managing those tires. But the same thing goes for Ben Nelson. Now, Ben took fuel, but he did not take any tires. And he said it was starting to get a little loose out there. They're running on a pretty hot and slick track. Let's take a look at what the temperature is right now. 97 degrees, so it has cooled down just a little bit on the track because it was well over 100 when they started.
Yeah, that's going to help the tire wear a little bit there. That hot and slick track, eating up tires when they get to pushing and going up towards 200 miles an hour. It's going to help, but, still running in the high 90s there. It's a little bit difficult at Talladega, especially when you start pushing. And if you push in the wrong place at the wrong time, boom, you got the big one.
Yes, sir.
I did see the 2 machine, Tim Brannigan, getting a wave around from the admin around the pace car. Guess there was a little bit of confusion with iRacing and the free wave around given due to the spot where they called the caution.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right, they should get the 1 to go right here, and we should be restarting on lap 26. Kind of a long caution here for these guys. iRacing not happy maybe with the way everything's lining up here, so okay, it looks like the lights are out. We're going back green next time on lap 26.
Yeah, where pit road ends and where the start-finish line here is at Talladega, you essentially got to run an extra lap under caution.
Yeah.
And due to that, the pace car takes an extra. It takes 4 laps. Normally, you're doing a 5th lap altogether.
Well, I'm looking for another great finish like we had last week. That was, man, I'm telling you, that was an amazing race last week. It just kind of shows the talent that's stacked up in this field here tonight. I mean, just now Lucas Cram's going to be starting back in 7th or 8th there, 7th, I guess. And I'm kind of curious to see if he can get back up there. He made a pit stop there, but along with everybody else up here that made a pit stop as well. So, Will Rodimer was the only one that did not pit, and he's going to be restarting here. So, going to get him back going here in just a minute, folks. Again, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it very much. Watching the Jet Price YouTube 250 here at Talladega for the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series.
And don't forget about that lodge box there, Rudy.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
thank you. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to the lodge box for being a sponsor here for the SARG Super Speedway Series. So, yes, thank you to the lodge box.
All right, pace car down. Here we go. 37 stayed out. That's Will Rodmer. Ben Nelson, our stage winner, going to try to compete on the outside, waiting on that green flag. Pace car is already down. Here we go. Stage number 2 up to lap 41. So say lap 40, 41. Still waiting. Not seeing it. Yeah, there we go. Pace car down fully. Green flag out. Will Rodmer getting a huge push from that 17 of Rodney Evans, who was a big pusher for Ben Nelson late in that stage.
Yes, it was. He must be a really good at these super speedways. Evans, man, putting it in there. That's what you got to do. If you're going to get somebody out there, you're not only getting them out to the lead, you're getting yourself out to the lead as well, you know. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if an opening would open up on that outside that he wouldn't. Right now he's kind of boxed in, and the only way he could probably get up there is if he just kind of horned his way in there and pushed it up, made it 3 wide. But he doesn't want to do that. Nobody's going to go with him right now.
No, they're going to keep her 2x2. We got a little bit of shuffling back there. The outside line is stronger car-wise, but that inside line still getting a great push. Look at 17 pushing at the best spot possible to get his man in front out to lead.
Yes, sir. That's what makes a winning. You know, if they're teammates, that's what makes a winning team right there.
Yeah, 17 pushing at the best time. Nelson wanting that push. Not seeing the car number that's outside him. That might be Sean Howe looking on the outside. He's not pushing as well as the 17, just using arrow push at the moment.
Yeah, he's tucked right up under Ben, but just not quite as good as that 17 there of Rodney Evans. And coming around here, getting ready to cross the line one more time. Now he gives a good push on Ben. And Ben does take over the lead. If he can hold it here, Ben will lead this lap. And he does. Man, what a push right there. Just when he needed it. Drops it down. That's going to leave the high side open for Sean Howe. Now if he can get some help.
Jason Leisman lined up behind Sean Howe as Ben Nelson dumped down to the inside lead. About 2 major packs have formed here, but we're still out front. And maybe go back here in a little bit and look at that second pack.
When Leisman, he drops. Oh man, he wanted to go down there really bad with Sean Howe, but Ben Nelson closed that hole up.
Yeah, Ben did. Really closed it. The 7, probably not a fan of the outside too much. I'm not as a driver. I prefer to stay on the inside, but sometimes you. In that scenario to where you're the leader out front, you just got to go with the flow. He's really holding up that outside line comparatively to the other drivers, or maybe waiting for a bigger push.
Yes, sir. And Sean Howe drops it down in front of Ben Nelson with that big push there. And now the 7 Leisman up on the high side. He's hoping for the same outcome of that situation. He would like to get up there and lead a lap. He needs a big push. He's got a little bit of help there, but nobody's really tucked right up under him. That's number 11 there, Brett Murphy. He needs to tighten that hole up. Oh, here we go. Ben Nelson back to the outside again. And oh my gosh, they got 3 wide. The 37 there, Will Rodimer, goes way up high. And he is out of it.
Yeah, he's going to get shuffled back. However, 2 cars down to the inside. That's Nelson, the 48, and Leisman, the 7. The outside groove has to reform as the 37 continues to fall back.
Brett Murphy on the high side, he's looking for some help. He wants to get up there. He's got a good pusher there with Nick Olson. Nick started 27th on the field. I mean, wow, way back in the field. Only 33 drivers, so you can tell he was way back. And here he is up into the top 5.
Yeah, Brett Murphy was a potential leader last week until that final pit stop, which got a lot of drivers at Daytona messed up. Brett Murphy trying to show a better hand here.
And he's doing a good job of it. got the lead here, but I don't believe I don't think he did get a bonus point on that. Sorry about that. But yeah, Brett Murphy grabs a bonus point. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, that 7 truck, though, still Leisman wants a bonus point. He's going to have to do a little bit of shuffling. May have to leave that 48 and get out there. That Gordon truck going 3 wide, the 24 machine of Nick Olson, the DuPont Toyota, looks like.
Yeah, he's going backwards. He got out there on that outside. Looked like he was having trouble holding the line that everybody else was.
The 25 picks up the 24. However, that 51 now sneaking back into the picture too.
Number 4, Colby Wells. Wow, what a job Colby Wells is doing there. He is right on Brett Murphy's tail. Colby started way in the back. I'm talking way in the back. And he's doing an amazing job right now. He's up here. He started 25th. And he is pushing the daylights out of him. How about that number 51 of Al Ballacino was caught up in that wreck, Jeff. And he's got a new truck, and he is ready to rock and roll again.
Yep, got it cleaned up. That Pikachu number 51 looking smooth right here, trying to stay out of the mess here in the second stage. He's got a good run towards the front yet again.
Yes, sir. Followed up by Lucas Cram there on the high side, and Kevin Nelson. Kevin started actually dead last on the field, and he is running in 10th. A lot of guys that were in the back are now in the front, so that's got to mean some of the guys who were in the front are now in the back, right? Got to mean that.
That would be true. Well, let's just talk for a second about our pole sitter, Gavin Jones, in the 12.
Yeah, where's he at? Man, I have not seen him
18th
since.
spot.
Yeah. Being patient though.
Oh, he's still in the mix of it as we got 3 wide situations, and anyone can get shuffled back. It's just like the 12 machine hasn't had any help getting back to the front.
They're 4 wide. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but they went 4 wide there for a minute. They got that sorted out. Holy Wells.
Wow, that 24 is putting some moves on.
Man. And it's not saying that they can't. Yeah, they can't do. It's not saying they can't do it here, but they, because they can. Track's wide enough, but it gets pretty sketchy out there.
It does. That 24 machine, Days of Thunder, shifting through traffic, it looks like.
Yeah, we're still 3 wide up in the front, though. Ballacino is now going to the high side. Uh-oh, he's blinking a little bit there. I can't stay on him.
Yeah, same
blinking.
here. They're trying to get the third groove going. At least the 86 is. He wants to get back up towards the front.
Well, Ben Nelson comes over in front of Brett Murphy, trying to slow him down a little bit. And that's going to give the bottom to the number 7 of Jason Leisman. And Jason's going to get a bonus point out of this because, boy, what a run he had going there.
I think the 48 machine will take it eventually. 7 tried to look up. Nope, the 48's going to have a good run off turn 4 through the tri-oval. 7, really a good pusher, but I haven't seen him do too well out front.
Yeah, Ben Nelson with just about a bumper width across the line there before Jason, so Jason still has not led a lap. Boy, and I'll tell you, these trucks are all over the place. A lot of aero push around these trucks. They are a
51's
handful.
blinking, they're arrow pushing, and it looks like a lap car coming up. I'm not sure who that is on the field. We didn't see anything that happened.
Curtis Granger, or no, it'll be Caden Ackings. He's getting off the track right here. I'll let this lead pack go by. That's a lot of respect right there. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. When you got to let it happen, but it's just a safe thing to do. So he goes a lap down.
Yeah, he must have got together with Curtis Granger. They got together real late, and we didn't see something happen because Curtis Granger is also off the pace with damage.
And Nelson back down to the front here in front of Jason Leisman. And I don't know if Ben keeps swapping lanes like that. I know he's trying to slow up that upper line, but when you're getting this close to the end, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you could get wrecked, you know. So he's got to be extra careful right now. He wants to get this second stage. He's won the first one. He wants the second one.
Oh, yeah, 2 stages, double the bonus points for him if he does. And like I said, when we talked about it, he wants stage 1, he wants stage 2, and he wants to win to maximize missing a race already this season.
Well, I'll tell you, he's just racking up the laps late here, 13 in the books. And they're still 3 wide out. Man, I'm telling you, Nick Olson trying to come back on the outside. They're getting a pretty good run. They got 3 or 4 of them up there working together now.
Yeah, this is the best run we've seen a third lane do all evening. Maybe it's Nick Olson and the 86 of Colin Fern. Those guys hooking up are a good thing, but they still need more guys as we come up on another lap down potential car of Granger.
Yep, Curtis gets off the track, and he's going to let everybody go by. Boy, a lot of respect in this league. I'll tell you, man, I don't think I've seen that much respect in the league in a while. So, and Jason Leisman finally leads a lap and collects a bonus point, and he drops it in front of Nelson.
Yeah, that's the man you want to block. Nelson, at least, he knows how to get around cars better than most. He's going to scoot to the outside on the exit.
Oh man, it was almost a little blocking there by Leisman.
Oh, it was definitely a block, but Nelson moved far enough away.
Yep. And I'll tell you, it's going to be close here. We got one more to go when they get to the line. One more lap for the second stage.
And it's going to be a wonder who leads this lap. That third line with a small amount of vehicles. We got 24. Did he just take it? He did. Look at that. The third line getting first.
Yes. Man. So one more lap to go. I hope he didn't think that was the final lap. Because that's
he needs
back
a good
out.
push again.
Right now it's Jason Leisman and Ben Nelson up in the front. Oh, man, a little bump there on 24. Got him out of shape, but good save.
Yeah, he got her going. I think it's the front two, unless the third row can mount another charge. They may have done a lap too early. 7:48. That's Leisman and Nelson battling out front.
Leisman looking good, looking strong right here. He does have that run, but at the line is it going to be, I think Nelson got it. Yes, Nelson got it. Wow, man, wins the first stage and wins the second stage.
Oh, just like he planned it, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Well, we got enough time to talk to him before they come to pit road, so let's talk to Ben again.
Yep.
You want to talk to him?
Oh, sure.
Here, go for it.
All right, Ben. Stage 2 win there. Double the bonus points. Let me know how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling pretty dang good right now. I had old tires. So I was hanging on a little bit. It was a lot of fun, though, I'll tell you that.
Man, you've been managing to get around whoever you want with slick moves, moving up to the outside, taking the air off the back of the leader, and just in a quick lap, getting down back in front to the inside. Swift moves there, but here comes the longer run. What do you need for the longer run?
First of all, I need to not overshoot pit road. That's the first step. Hopefully we can just stay out of the wreck and execute where we need to. That's pretty much all I need to do. I think I can win it.
Yeah, it looks like you can. Pit stop upcoming. Last question here. Now, we haven't seen the big one yet. Are you anticipating drivers to get a little bit more dicey in the situations?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it always comes down to that at these restrictor plate races. Just it's pretty cool to see that three wide finish there. The outside lane was really building some momentum, and that's going to come into play later in the race if they can get organized. So, especially if we get a late race caution, that's really going to help things get more exciting. I do anticipate seeing a wreck, but I hope not. It's always better to see green flag racing.
That it is. Thank you for that quick interview there. Again, on your stage 2 win, along with your stage 1 win, go and have a good pit stop.
Thank you.
All right, here they come.
Yeah, I believe everyone should come down pit road. Necessarily, you don't have to pit. We could see some walk-through pit roads, and you just pit on the final lap of caution.
Yeah. Now, I don't believe they can make it from here on fuel. It would be awful close. I think they're going to need a splash of gas. But, yeah, it's going to be kind of close, I think.
Oh, definitely will. We'll be back green around lap 46, 47. Looks like the 48 won the battle off of pit road.
Yes, sir. Nice, smooth pit stop. Everybody's still coming off pit road. A lot of people sitting there and actually getting a little bit of damage fixed up. The 33 still sitting in his pit stall. Sean Howell, not sure. Maybe he had to make another pit stop. The bathroom or something. You never know.
Oh, this is the place to do it. If you're under caution, is Dega. If you got to make the second pit stop or the proverbial driver change, so to speak, then now's the time.
Well, good racing out there so far. Maybe we can get somebody else up here to talk to. How about...
Well, that 24 machine, Nick Olson, 27th to 5th.
Where's Brett? Brett. I was just looking. Brett Murphy. I've seen him in here.
Race room 9.
Race room 9. Brett. Oh, there he is. Okay. See if we can get him up here and talk to him. Brett Murphy, you got a copy?
Yeah, how you doing, bud?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Well, how's your race going so far, Brett? Man, you're going to be in a good starting position now.
Oh man, the first stage I got hung out to dry by the 48, and then I dropped to the back and I worked my way up, and I didn't expect to be white knuckle grip going 3 wide for a couple laps there. That was awesome. Yeah,
that had to have been pretty intense. Well, you got a lap lead, so that's a bonus point that you can put in your pocket for now. But can you get out here and win this thing?
I think if I have the right person behind me, then I can definitely get up there and challenge for it. But, in order to do that, I got to get around guys like the 7 and the 48, and those guys are really fast up at the front. But I think I'm pretty confident with myself today, so I'm hoping to get that first win.
Well, that's what it takes, confidence, because we all know when you get out here on a super speedway like this, it's kind of a shooting match. Everybody's pretty even out there. It's just keeping yourself in the right place to make that pass at the end of the race, or take it 3 wide, 4 wide, whatever you need to do to get the win. So, but man, great run out there. Getting up there and battling with them leaders like that was pretty amazing.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'll let you go, Brett. Good luck out there for the rest of the race.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. All right, very cool. Well, Ben Nelson going to be retaking the lead here, and Rodney Evans starting on the outside of the front row.
Yeah, Curtis Granger got the wave around from the official. Like I said, with the way they've been throwing these cautions manually, it doesn't give them the wave around. The man out of luck, though, is the 22 of Caden Atkins, or Atkins. You can say it better than I can.
Atkins.
Atkins. There we go.
Atkins.
He was already up there in YouTube telling you how to do it, so I should have paid attention.
Oh, it's been a good race, Jeff. Come on, Jeff, get up there. Let's see you get up there and battle with them boys. You're back in 19th, dude. Get up there. Come on.
Jeff Price is saving the best for last, I think. If Price can win the Jeff Price 250, good accomplishment for him. You got to win your own race. At least that's the goal, right?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that is the goal. Yeah.
Again, out there on YouTube, go Caden. I agree, Ace. He's going to have to work from a lap down. Thankfully, though, for himself, he's the only car one lap down, and we have all 33 cars still running on the field.
Yes, he's the only one lap down. Man, that's pretty amazing after, we're almost at the halfway mark here. And only have one car lap down and everybody's still running.
Yeah, one official caution, though, outside of the stage caution. So we've seen a little bit of action, a little bit of a mishap. So I believe a couple drivers, at least the 51 there, has had to use his fast repair, maybe even the 22.
All right, lights are out, folks. We're going back green next time by. Going to be restarting on lap 46. And like I said, I don't think they can make it from here on fuel. They're going to have to stop and make a splash of gas here. So if this thing would stay green, we may get to see some green flag pit stops.
Yeah, and that was the big wrench in last week's final plan for a lot of drivers. I mentioned Murphy. Nelson got caught up on a spin on pit road. A lot of the drivers, and allowed Lucas Cram to enter that last group of drivers that did a successful pit stop, did it with a group of drivers, and that's the key. You got to have a buddy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is...
or at least a group of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, if you could get 3 or 4 guys, working together as a team, I mean, a lot of these guys are in race rooms together, in team speak here. So, communication can be private between them guys, and they could all start planning up something to work together, and, not necessarily decide who's going to win the race, because when it comes to the last lap, it's anything goes. There's no more teammates, no more pals, no more partners. You're not dancing with anybody. You're just going out there. You're trying to win this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly. Gosh, I'm not up to date on my NASCAR, but the teammate of Chase Elliott and the 88 machine, I believe it was, said the same thing. If it was turn 4 and that caution came out, he would have tried Chase Elliott, who was our winner here at Talladega in the real NASCAR world. Yep. He would have tried for it, and exactly what you're saying, there's no teammates when it comes down to the win.
Oh, Jacob Bell just fell out. Oh, no. All right, get him going.
Yeah, pace car is down, looking to pit road. Now we have the long walk up. Yep, I've just seen Jacob Bell falling out there on my end too. Hopefully he gets signed back in real quick. Not too many laps down. 48 on the inside, that's Benjamin Nelson. 17 of Rodney Evans on the outside, the great pusher we've seen so far early on. That 17. Green flag is out. Here we go for the final stage and the long run up to the checkered flag.
Well, Rodney Evans got a lap lead, so he got a bonus point out of that whole deal right there on that restart.
Oh, well, and that's the way you got to do it sometimes. The 48 leaning back on the starts. Up, 3 wide potential coming up here.
Yes, sir. Might be a little bit early in this stage to be doing this, but when you get a run like that, sometimes you're kind of forced to do it. You don't want to lose that momentum.
Yeah, a lot of momentum. The 86, Colin Fern trying to get back out front. He was in the 2x2 situation out front, and that 24, and it looks like the 17 really hung up in the middle.
Yeah, and we know how good Rodney Evans can be as a pusher in that number 17. He may be able to push Nick Olson up there. Nick might be able to get another lap lead. He's got 1 lap lead already, but man, that's pretty impressive run after starting 27th today.
Yeah, 27th. No qualifying time. He was one of those guys we talked about, the last 6 so drivers not to qualify. That seems to work out for a lot of these drivers. We're not seeing a lot of guys laps down, not too many cautions, which is a great thing here at Talladega, but we're still battling down in turn 3 with the 48 and the 24. 24 not getting a great push on the outside. 7 of Leisman pushing really well on that 48 of Nelson. Nelson just dominating this race so far. 24 almost got back to the line. A few hundredths of a second behind there, or at least 1/100th of a second was Nelson, or Olsen, excuse me, in that 24. A little bit of 3 wide going out there potentially. That'd be the 41 machine of DJ Harris. Not getting too much help. Maybe got the driver stuck out there. Nelson still dominating the inside with Leisman. The 5 of Fox now jumping out to garner some support from Olsen, leaving a 2-car tandem up front with a gap between the 64 machine of Kevin Nelson. .48 not relinquishing anything on that inside, really locking it down. He hasn't moved his line at all. 5 of Fox now getting a good run on the outside, has the amount of trucks as the inside does. A little bit of shuffling going on here. 24 down to the inside in front of Nelson. Olsen in front of Nelson now. Fox now battling with the 24 and from the outside. The 86, though, giving a great push towards the end. Not going to be enough. Olsen still maintaining his lead. Possibly. No, maybe the 5 got a great push there through the tri-oval. There goes Fox to the lead. .24 gathering it back through the inside corridor of 1 and 2. He's dancing around, giving Nelson there some breathing on that front end of the truck through the radiator, getting some air, cool air on it. 24 doesn't really have to worry about it. He's hammered down, as is the 5. The 86 really up on the tail of the 5. Colin Fern pushing hard. He wants back up to the front. We saw him on the 3rd groove earlier. He's looking again. There he goes. He's way out there. Maybe he just used the wrong move. There goes the 50, it looks like, of Alex Bell to go pick him up. Yeah, at this point, it looks like the 48 machine might lead the most laps during the race. We still got a little bit to go before that's calculated correctly. He jumps back down to the inside, grabs the lead off of Fox's good push through the tri-oval out of turn 4, down now into turn number 1. Oh yeah, let's crank it up here, Rudy.
right, good racing up here. Ben Nelson, boy, switching lanes, doing whatever he's got to do to try to stay ahead of this whole field.
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
Look at that though. The 7 stuck in the middle, 44, and a couple other guys. Brett Murphy. There goes the 24 to the outside, choosing the 3 wide. They say no. He jumps back down. We got 3 wide battle up here up front.
Yep, Lucas Cram back in front. Looks like he's going to stay in the middle lane for right now, but nope, he's going to come down in front of Ben Nelson.
Yep, the right man to block. However, that Olsen in the 24 machine is really powerhouse on the outside. He may even try to go up there and collect the 3rd line. They're still saying no. Nope. It's now a one-man show up there with Fox, who's going to get rolled all the way to the back.
Yeah, he's going backwards pretty quick here. Nobody up there. Boy, every time he gets up there with somebody, they dump him off, don't they?
Yep, that's what you got to watch out for. You can't be the last man out on the totem pole there. And he was. 24 machine not getting a lot of side draft until late. There's the 7. He ducks low. A little bit of shuffling throughout the field. Loose car there in the back.
Oh, and Stephen Gale. Yeah, he's going backwards. He got really loose in the tri-oval. Boy, I'll tell you, that's one place you do not want to touch that yellow line, man. I'm telling you, it will get that. It just unloads the truck, and you can't steer it.
That it does, and he did the good thing of not trying to overcorrect and just stay down below the yellow line. See a potential lap car coming up there. Not sure who it is. We'll figure that out in a second. That second line has really gone away, and we're down to a single inside line for the most part.
Yeah, Curtis Granger out here. He just has not been able to keep up with the field for whatever reason. But he's about to get just gobbled up here in just a minute because they're coming.
Yeah, Curtis Granger will have to give way there, but he will go just one lap down, but we'll still have to battle with the 22 of Caden Atkins and Brandon Thomas of the 13, who's a lap down also, not sure why.
Yeah, here comes the whole pack of wolves going to pass up Curtis Granger here in a minute. Man, what a pack of trucks right there, Jeff.
And essentially the whole field outside of, Granger himself. Up, car down there on the apron. Some 3 wide action going on there in the back, too. Lucas.
Whoa, man.
They really put that down there in front of the 44. Now the 64 is down there. Big shuffle.
Oh, Nick Olson.
Way down.
Nick
Crash
Olson.
coming.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, is he going to save it, Josh Fox? Caution is out. I don't know if that was, I don't think that was the one. It was Zach.
It started around the 5, maybe the 86 involved in it too. Not sure. We'll have to look on replay. 86, a lot of damage.
Man, that was well, not the big one, but a semi-big one. Yeah, I'm on board here with Colin Fern. Let's see what happened here. Okay, they started getting kind of dicey right here. Colin Fern comes around on the outside, and they are 4 wide. He gets hit into the wall there. Josh Fox lost it and got into, I think that was a 71 there of Kevin Kaufman. And that started this whole mess here. The 41, DJ Harris caught up in it. A lot of trucks caught up into this. 87.
Yeah, it straightened out up front pretty well, but a lot of the guys did a checkup maneuver in the back. Some of them we saw, pull down, then pull back up, which was quite uncharacteristic of how they'd been running earlier on.
Right. Man, there's a pile of trucks into this. Good Lord. We're going to see a lot of resets used up now.
Yeah, and in most of that, the hard action there, the 17 involved in that too. I'm just catching that on the back end of the replay. That's terrible. He was a good pusher. I would like to see him push someone to the lead.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing excellent today pushing. Well, pit stops are coming up, and this does put them in the window that they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. Now it's going to be whether they're going to take 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires. I mean, I don't think I'd recommend no tires because they do get pretty squirrely after about 20 or 30 laps. So, but here they come.
They do. I think we might see at least one more caution. That was sort of a big one, but not a lot of the leaders taken out. Someone's out there saying 4th caution. Yeah, technically you're right, 4th caution, but the second one involving vehicles colliding.
Yep. Well, we have Nick Olson in here anywhere? Was it Nick Olson? Yeah. Is Nick in here
Nick
anywhere?
Olson's
Yeah, there he is. We can grab
He's just
him real
finished
quick.
up his. Yeah, he just finished up his pit stop.
Talk to him here real quick. Nick Olson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
I'm doing well, brother. Well, boy, great running out there, man. It's been pretty dicey up there in the front. Tell me about some of the battles.
Man, it has been beyond intense. Robbie and Lucas have put together a great league here where we can come out and show off what we got, and it's been a lot of fun. At the beginning there, had a near miss with that first accident on the backstretch with the 51. At that point, it opened up my fuel window, so I stayed out and went for points, and that stage, both stage finishes, you couldn't ask for much better racing. And you know, as you know, Rudy, with these kind of races, we're gonna get a wreck like that. So
Yep.
luckily we got faster pairs and people can get back out there, but I got one in the bank still, knock on wood.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. You're starting to get to the point now where it's go time. Do you have somebody that you're working with here that is going to get you up to the front and keep you in the front?
Now, I'd love to tell you, but let me tell you after the race.
Okay.
I was just being funny. No, I mean, honestly, you take your help where you can find it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a few closer friends, like anybody would have, but, you take your help where you can find it. You never know who's going to be around at the end of these things.
Sure, that's true. All right, well, I mean, it's been good racing out there. Last week's race was, I don't know if you guys can top that or not, because that was just an amazing race all the way around. The whole race was just truly unbelievable, because usually these super speedway races, they start to become kind of monotonous and boring, but I'll tell you, that one sure wasn't last week, and this one here's shaping up to be pretty close to it. It's going to be good. It's going to be a nail baiter.
I'd have loved it a lot more if I didn't get wrecked by halfway, but
Yeah.
We got back out there and we logged laps, but that was fun for the 10 seconds I was able to see while they were lapping me each time.
Yeah.
But no, it should be a great race here tonight, and thank you guys for doing what you do.
Yes, sir. All right, well, good luck out there, Nick. We wish you the best.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right. So, Nick's going to be restarting in 4th. But we got a brand new leader out here, Jeff. Ryan Swan.
Yeah, Ryan Swan, the 67, the 13, going to get a wave around there. 67, I believe, stayed out. Maybe he's playing the long con of, caution breeds cautions.
Well, we know that to be very true, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Very true.
We anticipated a little bit more dicey of situations, like those guys maybe a little bit more easier through stage 1 and 2 here on the final stage up to the run-up of the finale of the race. The guys are going to make extreme moves. They're going for position. They're going for points, and maybe early on in the season, but those guys are still trying to get everything possible.
Well, we'll see what happens here. The wave around did happen. And so now we've got, looks like 28 cars still on the lead lap. And I think 30 of them are still running. Caden Atkins off of the track. But guess who's back? Jacob Bell. He said he lost power. Man. We wondered what happened. His car just went straight, And he is actually running the one of the sponsors here for tonight's race, the Lodge Box. So we want to give them a shout out. Thanks to the Lodge Box here for helping out with the league here, SARG. So he's running the sponsored Lodge Box.
Yeah, with the 56 down on pit road, Jacob Bell able to gain one position. That's 1 point, I guess, to look at. He's got a few more to go, and got to bank a little bit cruelly on the worse outcomes for other drivers to gain more positions at this point. I believe the 67 dumped down pit road.
Lucas Cram says 6 wide doesn't work. No, I've never seen that work. I've seen that on the backstretch at Daytona one time in a race a long time ago, and it worked. It worked out, but because they all got funneled down to 3 wide when they went into turn 3. But yeah, that was a long time ago. So they went 6 wide on the backstretch. I was like, oh my gosh, I'd never seen that. Now tracks, if you take a track like, say Darlington on the straightaways, or if you take a track like Twin Ring Motegi, the oval, I guess you could go like 15 wide down them straightaways, Even like in Pocono, I've seen like 5 and 6 wide at Pocono many times.
Yeah, IndyCar is good there at Pocono for getting nice and wide.
Oh yeah, man, that makes for some intense racing when you're driving like that, and man, there's cars everywhere. And going into turn 1, you've got to get funneled down, so somebody has to lift.
Oh yeah, most definitely. A few of the cars there taking a last-second pit stop, by the way. I saw the 25. I just noticed because he's our points leader, and we talked about him. But that 12 machine, let's see where Gavin Jones is. He's back up to 7th there, Rudy.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That was our pole sitter, man. He needs to get back up there. Matt Thrasher saying he's watching 2 streams at the same time. All right. He's watching Gavin's stream and our stream. So that ought to be cool. A lot of people don't do that, and I don't know why. Man, you can watch 2 at the same time. All right, here we go. Pace car about to make that hard left turn, and Ben Nelson, Brett Murphy, gonna bring him to the line here. Ben Nelson's got 27 laps led. Is he gonna be today's winner? He's won both of the stages. He's going for the W. All right, green flag is back in the air. We're back up underway here at Talladega tonight for the SARG Super Speedway Truck Series. Thanks to Lodgebox and Jeff Price. Jeff Price YouTube 250 here tonight.
Brett Murphy tucked down nice and clean. Outside line once again struggling at the end of that run there to get anything going until they fan out. There we go. Gavin Jones now stepping up on the outside.
Oh, 24, Nick Olson. Can he save it? I can't even catch up with him.
He's going to have to ride the inside for a long time. That is probably the last we'll see of Nick Olson until the end of the race.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Yeah, you can't just come right back up onto the track because, man, there's cars everywhere. So he just went from running in 2nd to 28th. Good night.
Yep, 3 wide there for 3rd. Josh Fox under Brett Murphy under another car. I'm learning names still.
Jamie Dobbs. Jamie Dobbs up there on the 77.
Yep.
Jamie he started 24th tonight.
Yeah, good shuffle up towards the front for him. Man, we talked to early on in the evening before the race even started. Luke Parks in that 3 car almost started dead last. He's in the 10th spot.
Yeah, I was concerned about Luke there. We talked to him before the race, and he said he was going to try to keep it clean, throughout the race. Well, he's done an amazing job. I don't know if he still has his reset or not, but man, he's got himself up here when it counts, because we are going to be at 30 to go right here. 30 laps to go.
30 to go. If he had to use that fast repair, I'm not sure if we saw him involved in that last caution or not. If so, it was at the very end, that 3 machine. He's battling up towards the front. These guys not really making such aggressive moves like they were prior to that caution. At least not fanning out as much or diving and dicing here. Still staying steady, 1-2, 1-2 as we go into turn 3.
Well, there's the guy we were kind of watching that's been a great pusher here tonight, Rodney Evans. And he is back up into the 8th or 9th place here and looking for somebody, I think, to push to the front and get himself to the front. You know, it's not that you're just actually pushing somebody to the front. You're actually getting yourself up there, too. And, you know, getting a podium finish here is what it's all about tonight. And we know it's difficult for the drivers, you know, Talladega, where everybody's pretty much even out here. But it does take a little bit of thought, it does take a little bit of strategy, and a whole lot of paying attention to what's going on around you, because you got cars to your right, to your left, to your front, to your back, everywhere. And if you don't pay attention, that's a good way to get hooked, and you're not going to finish well. So look for Rodney Evans to get himself back to the front.
Yeah, that 17 machine involved in the last caution. He had to use the fast repair, so he's running on the razor's edge here. Definitely don't want to screw that up for himself. But Ben Nelson got shuffled to the outside. Jason Leisman, who has only got 1 lap led, down to the inside. Brett Murphy pushing that 48.
Yeah, Leisman would like to get up here and win it. I mean, after starting 22nd today, finds himself in the lead. He's got 1 bonus point, but boy, a W would look good on his resume.
Yeah, that's all it takes, though, is that final lap or that 1 lap that you need to be ahead of someone before a yellow flies. Wow, look at that 11 dive down the bottom.
He wants this lead bad, Brett Murphy. I think it even kind of surprised Ben Nelson, because Ben thought he was going to be right there on his bumper pushing him. Brett says, no way, buddy.
No, that was a slick dive down the bottom. He's going to be stuck down the middle.
Man, a big hit there by Ben. Ooh. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. It was coming. He slid right up there in front of the 48.
Yeah.
48 had to either slow the whole line down, which I don't think you can from the very front sometimes.
You don't want to do that up there. You're going to cause a big one. Boy, can you imagine if somebody up here in the front wrecked right now? Wow.
Oh, don't jinx him, Rudy.
No.
Because it just about happened with that 77 of Dobbs going down to the bottom. He now gets a little bit of door contact almost there with Brett Murphy, the 77. Leisman getting shuffled back a couple spots.
Kevin Kaufman. Been watching him now. He started 13th, and he fell way into the back of the field at the beginning of the race. And now he's got himself up here when the time counts. This is when it counts. Under 30 to go, coming to 25 to go here. I think the next, at the end of this lap, we'll be at 25 to go. But
yeah,
if
they're
my math is right.
Yeah. If the math is right, they're still in the fuel window. Big shakeup coming up front here.
Gavin Jones, our pole sitter, mired into 9th place. Golly, man. He's got himself back up into the mix of things, but he's trying to stay right here on the bottom, right behind Josh Fox. Those two working at it really hard here and trying to push, that is Jamie Dobbs there with them. So, but Ben Nelson and, Jason Leisman drives to the bottom again.
Yeah, he wants to get away from the 48. He's got a good run. He's just not going to be able to substantiate that through the exit here onto the back straightaway. 3 lines now forming up. This is the type of racing we like to see. We don't want to see the car. 48 way to the outside.
Wow.
He got turned.
Almost got hooked. That's going to cause a big one. They're not going to recuperate. Oh my gosh, that was the big one.
Points leader involved.
That was the big one right there. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that was horrible. Oh,
Wow, look at that 25, Rudy.
yeah, let's go back and look at this again. Kyle Manger, that is our points leader, too. Let's see where he winds up. Boy, I mean, to tell you, there was trucks flipping and flopping everywhere. Right after Ben went to the high side, that kind of stacked up that high side a little bit. Guys were going to the bottom. Leesman way below the yellow line, but it stacked up that high side. Look at how much they got stacked up here. Oh my gosh, we got, and the 17 hard into the wall. Oh my
He
gosh.
already used a fast repair too. That may end his night.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few of them that their night's going to. Will Rodimer, he's going to be pretty much on pit road. Kevin Kaufman. Man, look at that. The 25, Kyle Manger. I hope he's got a reset. Otherwise, he's definitely going to lose that point lead.
Yeah, hopefully he does have the reset, and hopefully he can get back to pit road on his own power. But we saw, that really started up front with the 48 going to the extreme high side, and also the 7 of Leesman, who went below the yellow line and then came back up. Maybe he had that room, maybe he didn't, but that's where it all began. Yeah,
people seen that and they were like, oh wow, there's getting to be a wreck there, and everybody's trying to dodge around it or check up. And if you don't I've always said this, Jeff. Communication is a key out there. When you're something's going to happen like that, you've got to communicate to the other people and let them know what's going to happen. When you're sitting behind somebody, all you can see is the rear of that truck. You can't see anything else around you. So if something happens up ahead of that person, you need to let everybody know. I mean, I think that's a very, very key thing is communication.
Well, yeah, communication's there. 48 definitely didn't communicate that move to the extreme high side. I think he thought he was blocking the huge run from the third group there on the third line, but it really shoved the 7 down below. Probably got backdraft there on the bumper and slowed down into the third place guy, which shot him below the line. And the 7, for some reason, thought he could get back up there. But, like I said, a lot of factors involved at the beginning of that caution. But, overall, like you say, maybe a little bit more communication could have avoided the majority of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the guys we had on pit road. Alex Bell, Sean Howell, Rodney Evans, Zach Ogburn, Robbie Lyons, Tim Brangan, Brett Taylor, Stephen Gale, DJ Harris, Curtis Granger, Kevin Kaufman, Will Rodimer out of the race now. We've lost a lot of people, okay, and there are a lot of them are on pit road with heavy damage. I've already used their resets, so what the damage that they've got, they've either got to sit there and get it fixed up, or disconnect from the race. It's about the only two options you really have, So I mean,
that's definitely true. Look at that 37 though, Will Rodmer. He is taking it behind the wall, though. Yeah. I believe he's used it.
Yeah. I mean, look at Jacob Bell, man. He was, he lost power in his house, and he's come back. He's already picked up a couple positions, and before the end of this race, he could possibly pick up a couple more. So you never give up. That's what I always say. And I always go into a race like this. It's a never give up attitude. You just, you can pick up positions. I've seen, this is no lie, I seen a guy pick up 17 positions in a race, okay? He was like 50 laps down or something. I forget now. It was a lot of laps, okay? Got wrecked, had to sit on pit road, come out like 50 laps behind everybody, picked up 17 positions on the track just by getting back in the race. That's 17 points.
Yeah, in a super speedway series, it can be difficult and frustrating to go down, get wrecked again on the next caution, and you're done essentially. But as long as you don't get the maybe next time scenario from iRacing voiceover, get repaired, go out there, take what laps you can, and we're seeing that from these drivers and Jacob Bell.
Well, believe it or not, you know what track that was? That was at Darlington when that guy did that. Believe it or not, at Darlington. One of the, the Lady in Black, man. Everybody gets their Darlington stripe there. Very tough to pass, very tough competitive track, and wound up picking up 17 positions. And he wasn't like a super great racer. He was just patient and got the car fixed and got back out there and passed a lot of people that got wrecked out of the race.
Yeah, I Darlington announcing coming up here on MaxSpeedTV on Sunday, so I get to look forward to the Lady in Black this week too.
Always good racing there. A lot of people love to hate that track or hate to love that track or whatever. I'm not sure how they want to say that, but
as a driver, I hate that track. As an announcer, the drivers always make it interesting, and I thank all the drivers who've ever announced or that I've got to announce for at Darlington, because boy, it is a fun track. And usually you see one leader sometimes, but the rest of the guys still make it interesting trying to get off a turn two.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. As a driver, I hate that track, but as an announcer, it's always exciting. And and I got to give props to the guys that can drive that track and drive it well. I mean, it's a challenging track. It's it's an egg-shaped oval. Where turns 1 and 2 are different than 3 and 4, sort of like Bristol is. So it's a challenge to. I always find myself getting confused on which straightaway am I on. Is this the wide turn or is it the next one? I get confused sometimes.
And that's why we are announcers, Rudy.
Yeah, that's right. You got that right. We're announcers, not drivers. All right. Well, we're going to be going back green with 20 to go. So get them going, Jeff.
Yep. Still got a long way up to the green here, just getting through the backstretch, but we'll go over the top 10 real quick before the start of this green. I do see the 24 sneaking his way back up there. He needed that caution if he was not involved in the wrecking. But here we go. Ben Nelson, Brett Murphy, Jamie Dobbs, Colin Fern, Jason Leisman, Gavin Jones, Lucas Cram, Brandon Thomas, Ryan Swan, and Josh Fox. That's our top 10 thus far.
Yeah, and our sponsor, Jeff Price, going to be restarting 11th here for the Jeff Price 250. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he's slowly but steadily working his way up. I mean, he started at 16th, but he had a real drop back there at the beginning through those stages. He's just loading the gun very slowly to, shoot it off and go to the front. Maybe that's the inevitable plan for him, but the guy out front, though, has dominated the race, at least being out front and being called on a lot of the 48.
Yeah, he's led 38 laps out of the 73 that have been run, so that's pretty impressive run. And he's probably going to walk out of here with the most laps led tonight, so that, with 2 of the stages won and the most laps led, leading the lap, he's going to come out of here with a lot of bonus points tonight.
Yep, pace car down. He's looking for the final point here tonight, the final stage, the final win. Well, the only win here this evening. 48 inside. Brett Murphy on 11 on the outside. Here we go. Let's see if Ben Nelson can lead her off. 11 hanging back a tiny bit, trying to get a good run through the corners. When we see that green flag fly, it will fly any second now. There we go. Flagman waving it in the air. Here we go down in turn 1. 86 pushing hard on that 11. That 77 of Dobbs hanging off the 48 though.
Yeah, that's not good for the 48 either, because that's going to slow up that inside line quite a little bit. Brett Murphy's got a little bit of a run there. Now Jamie Dobbs tucks up underneath. Getting a little help there from Jason Leisman. Now, Leisman's been up there and battled with these guys pretty much this latter part of the race, so he knows how to get up there to the lead. But Brett Murphy comes. Oh! There wasn't enough room there. He made room. Oh no! Dobbs and Ben Nelson. Oh my gosh, we got more of them. Oh, that's not going to be good for Ben Nelson. Boy, he's got to come back from that.
He was hit twice. There was no room there in front of Ben Nelson, but they said, no, we want that.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Well, they put Colin Fern out front. Lucas Cram, man.
Big shakeup once again. Oh, that 7 not playing. Oh, there we go. On the 12. He's not really lining up with that 12.
Man.
Gavin Jones, too good.
No, that was a pretty hard hit too from the number 7 there, Jason Leisman. He should know better than that. You don't want to hit too awful hard like that. Man, he hit him hard. Brett Murphy's back to the outside.
Yeah, Lucas Cram, our winner last week, rolling second. 24 of Olsen now jumps outside. The inside line still looks strong. 24 looking for that long, run through the tri-oval.
Yeah, and I'm checking in here. Ben Nelson's all the way back in 19th, but he's not out of it yet. He's got a little help back here. He's working with the number 46 of Brett Taylor. We haven't seen Brett Taylor much up in the front, but if he follows that number 48 up through there, he's gonna get to the front. I can tell you that.
Yeah, most definitely. And our admin here tonight has been throwing the caution flag, and good of him not to throw that caution flag. That would have been kind of an itchy trigger finger for me. Seeing all those cars spread out during those incidents, but they stayed rolling forward, so no caution. And Colin Fern back out of the way. Wow, he jumps outside.
Yeah, almost opened that bottom up for Lucas Cram to get back to the lead. But at the line, Colin Fern does lead that lap, but Josh Fox has got a good push here. Nick Olson. Nick's been up here in the front for quite a bit of the race, even though he started 27th, Jeff. He's been up here giving these guys a tough time.
Yeah, he did. And, I think he's the man out of the middle here. We saw, wow, that 7 went high in the middle of that corner, touched another car, or truck, excuse me. Real breakaway pack with at least the top 10, it looks like. Fox on the outside. Olsen wants to dump Fox off and get to the front himself.
How about Luke Parks coming from 30th? Man, he saved his truck and got it up here when it counts. To the front is Josh Fox.
Yep, 24 dumps him out up front. Now comes the long run for the 24. He's got back and about a 6-man run out front. They're going to have to fan out to collect other drivers to slow down this front pack. Car gets hung out, didn't get the number on that. That's the 13 of Brandon Thomas. He gets hung out.
Yep. Yeah, I was trying to catch up with him here. Yeah, he's going to get hung out, but he'll follow the back of that group. Checking in on the second group back here, though. Kyle Mager follows up that one, but Ben Nelson leading this second group. Starting to get a little more organized. They got plenty of laps to get there. And, they're only...
48.
Oh, again! Wow! What is going on?
His tires have to be gone. There's no other... Maybe he just got punted again. I don't know. It was the same spot, but it's either tires or he's just not working well with others, or others aren't working well with him.
Something there, because, boy, he got shuffled out really quick. Now he's all the way back in 22nd with no help.
And he needs help from a different flag on the field. Lap 80 to 81 we go. 44 of Cram now shuffling to the outside.
Coming down to the final 14 laps here when they cross the line. 14 to go. And I think Lucas might have won that lap. I think Lucas barely got it. Barely on that outside. Number 3 here, Luke Parks. We're riding along with him here real quick. And, man, I'm telling you what, he is just steady Eddie here trying to hang on to that bottom. Doing a great job.
Yep, talked to him at the beginning or before the beginning of the race during the qualifying practice session. He had a strategy in mind, and the strategy was not to qualify, well, I wouldn't say not to compete, but not to make himself known till late in the race is the number 3.
Right. And Colin Fern jumps out in front of Lucas Cram. He doesn't want Lucas to get 2 wins in a row this week, so he's going to do what it takes to hold Lucas back. Lucas only 20 points out of the lead here with Kyle Manger. Now, Kyle Manger, where is he at? He is back in 13.
In this lead group.
Yeah.
But he's in the lead group here. He could make moves. We still got a long way to go on track, mileage-wise for this race, not lap-wise. The 25 machine really loading it up to the end or seeing what else is going to happen in this race.
Colin Fern, man, I'll tell you, he's got it out here where he needs it. Josh Fox pushing him. And now Luke Parks has got to be extra careful here. You don't want to push the pusher. So he's got to just stay just inches from the back bumper there of Josh Fox. And that goes the same for up on the high side too there, because Brett Murphy, he does not want to push too awful hard on Nick Olson. You don't want to push the pusher.
Yep, look who's there. Also, 4th in line on the outside, the 51.
Yeah, Al Bellacino.
Made that Pikachu. Yeah, he made that Pikachu machine all the way back up to the front after being involved in the very first caution of our race.
Oh, there we go. Wow, that was actually Nick Olson, I think, is the one that started that. Looked like I don't know what that was. We got to go back and take a look at this. I'm going to look at this from a different view here, and we're going to get let's see what happened here. Nick Olson on the high side.
Looks like he did a little bit of shuffling, and the 11 couldn't match what the 24 did.
Yeah. That's what it looked like to me. And looks like he may have gotten bumper hooked by the 11. Yeah, right there. Yeah, so maybe that was the 11's fault because he was pushing the pusher, as I was saying. You know, that's something you don't want to do. Brett Murphy.
There could have been a checkup on that outside line from the front. Looked like Lucas Cram a little bit swirly there. The 24 machine doing a dive in and out, and that 11, like I said, really couldn't match. And once again, I think the 51 may have got some damage there.
Well, this is good because this is going to check up the whole field. Everybody's going to get a reprieve on this.
Nelson.
Yeah, Ben Nelson, yeah. Well, I wasn't just talking about him, but yeah, that would be good for him.
The man out front all evening, though.
Yeah, I know it. It would be a shame that if he didn't win it. You know, I mean, after all the hard work he got into it this far, so.
Oh, everyone's playing spoiler at the moment to Nelson. Here's a question, Rudy. Do we pit or do we not pit?
Oh, no, I wouldn't pit. No, not this close to the end. You can make it on fuel, and I know some of the guys' tires are probably getting kind of iffy out there right now, and I think that's why we're seeing the cars kind of wiggle around and shuffle around and stuff. There's a lot of aero push and pushing you around. When your tires are worn out, you know, it's kind of hard to steer. Ballacino is going to be in 5th now. I ain't counting that guy out, man. He's... Never count out Alan Ballacino.
Yeah, he was involved in either pit road or a late caution at Daytona. I'm not remembering too well. I know he was a contender towards the latter half of the race at Daytona, but did not get there. Lucas Cram, though, still sitting in 2nd. Boy, that guy won't go away.
No, he won't. No, see, he's coming up. He's riding that high from last week that he got. You know, I got that win last week, so he's riding that high right now. And nothing better would be to back it up with another win defending last week's win, you know, at Daytona, at 07, I should say, Daytona, the rough one. And he pulls out the win. And, yeah, that, you know, he's just riding it right now.
Yeah, that he is. Now, if you did go down pit road, Rudy, do you take 4 or do you take 2 if you have, you know, contenders down pit road?
I would only take 2 if I did, because, you know, you want to get out as fast as you can get out of there. And I don't think I would take any fuel. I would just take maybe two right side tires and just get off the pit road as quick as I could, because they don't need fuel.
Well, that's the situation we find ourselves in, and it's a question is, if you pitted, we didn't see our front guys pit here, but you know, if I saw the leader pit or not pit, and I was at about 11th place on backwards, I'm probably pitting.
Yeah.
'13 machine getting the wave around of the pace car here. It looks like Curtis Granger, I assume. Yeah, 18, excuse me, 18 of Curtis Granger. Getting back to the lead lap yet again.
All right.
Look at that 17 machine, Rudy, real quick. He's really banged up. He's just holding on out there.
All right, Clint 8813 is going to be racing next week. All right, very good. Can't wait to see you out there on the track there, Clint. Yep. I always look for people that are in chat that might join that league or something, you know, and race in it. Always fun to watch.
Yeah, go check them out. They're on iRacing portal. Just hit the SARG. I'm sure it will find it for the most part.
Yeah, I really don't know what the SARG stands for.
I'm sure YouTube will fill us in now. YouTube, that's your goal right now. Tell us what SARG stands for so we don't have to ask the league admins.
Yeah, there we go. Because all we've heard is just called SARG. Well, let's see, where did some of these guys come out now? Rodney Evans is going to be a lap down in 28th. Ouch. Going to be racing with Justin Bruns.
Yeah, Nelson caught the field, but still stuck back in 14th. Not too far out. I'm sure he'll make moves.
And he's going to be starting here right behind our points leader, Kyle Manger. And, man, they're going to have to make it quick here to get up there, because we're probably going to have about 6 or 7 to go here, I think.
Yeah, that 25 machine definitely has to make moves. If he got the moves, or maybe Dega really isn't his sphere of racing to Daytona, because he definitely needs something else to happen here to stay that points lead.
Super Astonishing Racing Group? Is that what it is? Is it Super or Supper? Supper.
That's... Yeah, that's supper. We'll take super as your meaning there.
Yeah. Super Astonishing Racing Group. Okay.
We'll take the word for that until they tell us wrong. Super Astonishing Racing Group, Jeff Price, YouTube 250 here. We're going to be wrong. I know we're going to be wrong. Well, Rudy, we got 7 to go at the line here. Potentially the last restart we're going to see here this evening. And yes, it was a joke. How about that, Rudy?
Yeah.
Oh, Lucas Cramp coming over YouTube saying no cautions within 5 to go. So I'm guessing it is a trigger pull from, they got it set to no cautions, and then the admin just throws the caution.
Right.
So No cautions within 5 to go is the call on the field. You can see a lot of trucks beat up or turned around. Who knows?
Jacob Bell, Kevin Kaufman, Will Rodimer, and Caden Atkins all out of the race, and Dawson Miller. But everybody else is still in the race. 2 cars lap down. We got 26 on the lead lap. Curtis Granger finally back on the lead lap and is in 26. So not sure if he'll be able to pick up any more positions, but here we go. Back to green. Colin Fern leading them. Pace car heads to pit road. Lucas Cram on the outside wants to double win here. He wants to win last week and this week, defending that title from last week. And man, a little trip around the tri-oval here before we go back green. So everybody got their seatbelts tightened down good and tight. Because, man, we're about to hit the loud pedal here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is in the air. Back underway here in Talladega.
All right, here we go. On the line, Lucas Cram, Colin Fern out in front, Josh Fox pushing the inside. That would be Nick Olson in the 24 DuPont pushing the outside.
Outside just not getting quite as organized right now as that inside is, but Ballacino drops it to the bottom. He says, I'm going to go with these guys on the bottom here, but I don't know. Where would you rather be right now, Jeff, on the high side or low side? Low side, you kind of get boxed in.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the high side. As much as I hate the high side, if I was on the high side, I'd want to be where Lucas is, out front being pushed, rather than being the pusher.
Right. Now these guys just got to be extra careful. Nick trying to push on Lucas, but he doesn't want to get hit from behind there by the number 33 of Sean Howell. Sean, man, we thought just a few laps ago his race was over. Him and Tim Brangan. And boy, here they are up here inside the top 10.
Tim Brangan, our first car 1 lap down here this evening, battling back up now inside the top 10 positioning wise on the track through this big pack. 42 out there in YouTube land getting a shout out. Robbie making his way towards the front now.
All right, coming around to take 5 to go. That means if there's any more cautions, they will not have any more cautions. This is race it out to the end. So now, what do you think? These guys might get a little rambunctious here and maybe try to take each other out?
I would. This is nerve-wracking. Oh, yep, like I said, nerve-wracking. 44 making the early move. I wouldn't have done it. I would have waited till 1 to go to be on the inside, because now Nick Olson can power out. A lot of fanning out along the back stretch. Josh Fox has to talk up back under the 86 there. Nick Olson going to get a good run off of turn 4 here.
I don't know. They're swapping it up here. Lucas and Nick. Colin Fern kind of gets boxed in now. He don't have anywhere to go other than just to push on Lucas Cram. Josh Fox sitting there saying, man, I am boxed in. I can't get out of this box. What do I got to do? I want this win. Not going to happen. Same way with Ballacino, these guys on the bottom. The 50, Alex Bell back into the race.
Yep. These guys here on the bottom, like you said, boxed in. The dark horse on the outside is Tim Brannigan. The guys behind Lucas Cram right now have to keep 44 there to keep the 24 from doing the dump off and go that the outside is most famous for. Third line starting to form here.
Yep, Ben Nelson, boy, he is dicing up through the field here, making his presence known, comes up behind Cal Manger. I think those two are working together.
Oh, they have to be. Well, if I were the 44, I don't want to see the 25 anywhere near my relative, and the 48, you just don't want to see him out front.
Yeah, he's going to take to the high side here, hopefully get a little help there from the number 11 of Brett Murphy. and they're going to go 3 wide. Now, I don't know if they can get enough cars up there working together. They might be able to make something happen, but right now it's a slow move up along the side of these guys, just picking off one car at a time. But we're coming to 2 to go this time by. If you're going to make your move, man, now's the time.
Yep, now's the time or not. You know, there's the 24 to the high side. That's going to leave Lucas Cram. Big shuffle coming here. They stay steady for now. They're weaving a little bit, but Brannigan stuck out 4 wide.
Yep, they got shuffled out. That was the number 2 there of Tim Brannigan. Oh, they're wrecking back there, but nobody's slowing up in this front pack.
Nope, no caution going to be thrown on the field. Those guys are going to have to continue on or gather the truck on a pit road stand. We're going to still have racing out front.
Colin Fern, Lucas Cram, Colby Wells. Oh, no, Colby Wells is on pit road. I'm sorry, he was one of the ones that was wrecked out. Yep. Sean Howell. Sean Howell's up here now. 24 to Nick
Final
Olson.
lap.
Trying to make something happen. Boy, he is trying to get there. And they're shuffling around again. The 33 getting shuffled a little bit right there. That's going to hold up that middle line. Whoa, Nick Olson.
Guess who's there, though? Guess who's knocking on the door of the 48?
Yep, here he comes. It's almost like he found extra speed or something. How does he do that?
That is called shifting speed from Days of Thunder. Final lap, final turn. Technically, we still got the tri-oval. Here comes the big push off of turn 4. 48 locked and loaded and ready.
And can he do it? Because, man, Lucas Cram is just pushing the back bumper. I bet you he's telling him, just hang on because I'm not lifting. And I think Nick Olson wins it.
Nick Olson wins it, but what a run from that 48 machine, followed up by Lucas Cram.
Man, Nick Olson grabs the win here, folks. Awesome job, man. That was one heck of a battle, let me tell you. All right.
25 of Manger back there. He got shuffled out in a last-second crash outside of the top 10.
Very good. All right, well, we'll get these guys down here just a minute, folks, so hang on. All right, we caught up with tonight's winner, Nick Olson. Man, I'll tell you what, we didn't know who crossed the line first until we actually seen it on the ticker. So, man, was that exciting or what?
Oh man, y'all! I mean, that was just unreal. Getting that push from the 48 there on the third lane to get, and I knew as soon as I was clear, the third lane was going to die out, so I had to get down. And luckily, I had a friendly there in Lucas to help me get home there. But at that point, like we had just talked, and that next restart, I got shuffled back just like that. So there was something to work through, but had some great help and some great people to help me get there.
Well, it seemed like Ben was the guy to work with here tonight. You know, I mean, I'm sure he would have much rather been in front of you, but, you know, he wound up pushing you to the end there. But, you know, with that being said, you know, the battles up in the front like that were so difficult for anybody to try to, you know, get a good run. You get a run and get out ahead of somebody, next thing you know, they're going right back around you. We've seen you do it as well, you know, so I don't know when the right time was to go, you know, because it's I haven't learned it yet with this new package, but when the right time to go is, whether it's 2 laps to go, 1 lap to go, or coming off of turn 4. It used to be, but is it that way anymore?
I'll be completely honest. As far as when to go, it's just all about. Honestly, there is no time to go. Mentally, at the beginning of the race, you'll say, okay, 20 to go, 10 to go, I'll go then. But when that green flag came out, we had 3 laps before the caution was not coming out anymore.
Right.
When we got to lap 90, no caution.
Right.
So you have to position yourself up front. So if there's a crash in the back on lap 90, you have no help. So you have to get yourself in the mix. And I was lucky enough to be in the mix there and have some people to work with. And there really is no lap where you can say, okay, it's time to go. But that restart was a pretty good marker to drop the hammer.
Definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, you walk away with your first win of the season. I do believe this was your first win of the season. So how good's that feel?
Oh, it feels great getting in the playoffs. I missed the first race because I had some school to deal with, and just want to give a shout out. I do go to UNC Charlotte, and I just want to give a shout out to everybody there. I doubt anybody's watching from there, but it was a pretty traumatic day there yesterday, and thinking about everybody back on campus.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, who you got to thank for this win, Nick?
Everybody for putting this together. You guys for putting on this show for us to be out there on the internet like that, and they could see just some great racing. That was phenomenal stuff. All 3 stage finishes. Like I said earlier when we talked, the wrecks are going to happen. It's just a given. It's the nature of the beast. But just thank you, Robbie, Lucas, Brendan, Race Control, everybody for being there, and all the friendlies. They know who they are, for helping us there get that one.
All right. Well, Nick, go celebrate that win. We'll see you next week at Daytona.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then.
All right. Jeff, you got second?
Yes. Ben, you out there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Stage 1 win, stage 2 win, involved in a little bit of an incident there later on, but wow, what a powerhouse finish you had.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great to have the clean sweep there, but hey, I got caught out with some unfortunate incidents, as you mentioned. Just some stuff happened up in there in the front, and even mid-pack at some point. I really couldn't avoid any of that. I just had to, hunker down and try to immediately just don't wreck the truck, because that could have happened more than once, as you guys saw. So, yeah, I don't know quite how I got up that far so quick, but I had some good pushers and was able to get 2nd place out of it.
Yeah, 2nd place. It's really going to help your points out, scoring 2 stage wins and getting a 2nd place finish. You could see yourself move through the top 10 in points about midway up, maybe, I would be guessing at this point, if not towards the latter half of the front. Now, going forward throughout next week, you think you can carry on that momentum?
Yeah, I mean, I just need to execute on pit road and don't make any really bad blocks, or just got to make good decisions out here. It's all about it. It's a chess game. It's a high-speed chess game. So we're just making decisions. Whether they're right, we don't really know until they happen. So Daytona's a little narrower than this, so there's a little less room to go 3 wide, but you can still do it. It's just a little more risky, and we'll go there and get it done.
Well, you played the high-speed chess game pretty well, almost perfect here tonight. Any shout-outs you want to give for your 2nd place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to MSME Media for MS Awareness, and to the CMTA, the Shotgun Marine Youth Association, and also all the admins that put on this wonderful league. That was so much fun to race tonight. Just the quality of racing was excellent, so much 3-4 wide even sometimes. Just can't replace it. These guys are good, and they know who they are. So it was a lot of fun. I can't wait till next week.
All right, Ben, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us to 3rd place, Lucas Cram. Lucas, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you ready.
Wow, well, it wasn't your race to win tonight, I guess, buddy, but boy, good effort out there. You got some bonus points out of it, but I think it might have been enough to close the gap a little bit on Kyle Manger, but it's probably not going to be enough to take over the point lead, I'm sure. But man, tell me about them intense last few laps.
Oh, it was so much fun. I think pretty much all race long. There were a couple moments where we went single, even, or double file, but all race long, I feel like we were 3 wide and 4 wide at some points, and it just shows the talent of everybody in that pack there at the end. I coming to the white flag there, I kind of got pushed out of line by Sean in the 33. Then I was trying to pick a lane, and then I got bumped from 89 when he got a huge run on me, and I almost got myself turned basically, but they all did a great job avoiding me. Made a couple crazy saves there towards the end, and it was a fantastic race. Probably the best race has ever been on iRacing, and it was just such a blast. And the last week, I got my win, got myself locked in the playoffs. So I decided to come out this week and just put it all on the line and race hard all race long, and it worked out well for me. Got stage points in both stages. Got a podium there at the end, and didn't even have to use my fast car all race.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was one heck of a race, but I don't know if it topped last week's. Last week was pretty fun, pretty interesting, and really great racing. But it was pretty good this week. I had a couple extra cautions tonight, but I'll tell you what, all in all, I thought it was a great race. And man, you come home third. I know it would have been nice to have 2 in a row. That would have been a pretty awesome thing you could tack up on the wall right there for you. But man, still third place. You still finished on the podium, man. That was a good job. Yeah,
absolutely. I knew when they kind of had that 4 wide scuffle there, and then a 3 wide scuffle coming to the white flag, I knew when Nick got clear and made that awesome move down in front of me, that I knew at that point I was boxing in, and Nick and I are good friends, so it was fun to push him to win. I was kind of in Kyle's shoes last week when he pushed me to win, so it was just so much fun. It couldn't have gone any better.
All right, well, who you got to thank for it?
I got to thank Brendan for doing race control again, doing a great job there in the tower and helping officiate and work through some things during the race and help everybody out. And obviously, it's a great job there in the booth. And of course, Robbie and I are league owners, so shout out to Robbie for being the co-owner and putting a lot of this together. And then all the guys in that race there drove so well. You couldn't have scripted it any better. I feel like we were in a cup race there. The talent we had, most of the guys at the front there, and gotta thank Jeff Price for sponsoring this race. Jeff Price on YouTube, go subscribe. He's been in the chat a little bit, so you can just click on that button and it'll send you right to his YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to him. He's also sponsoring race number 7 for us at Daytona 07. So excited to have him on board once again for that. You guys are broadcasting again second week in a row and second great race and great show in a row. So that's fantastic. I'm so glad to have you guys on board, like I said last week. And I think that's it.
All right. Okay, well, we can't wait to see what's going to happen next week back at Daytona, Lucas. So congrats on third, and we'll see you then.
All righty, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, so let's run down through the results here. Nick Olson coming home with the win. Ben Nelson finishing second after leading the most laps here tonight. I think 39 he led, but he grabbed second. Lucas Cram third, last week's winner, comes out here with another podium finish, Jeff. That's pretty amazing. Colin Fern in fourth. Josh Fox, which was up and down throughout that last part of the race. Man, inside and outside the top 10, he winds up fifth. Sean Howell sixth. Alan Ballacino will finish seventh. Brett Taylor eighth. Alex Bell ninth. And Robbie Lyons rounds out the top 10. Jeff?
Yeah, finish out our top 20 here. 11th was Brett Murphy. Kyle Manger 12th on that last second crash. Gavin Jones, our pole sitter, ends up 13th. Tim Brannigan, early on, lap down, finishes 14th. DJ Harris, that 41 machine, 15th. Jamie Dobbs, we saw him up there towards the end in the 77. He finishes 16th. Ryan Swan led a lap under caution. He finishes 17th. Curtis Granger back to the lead lap a couple times, 18th. Luke Parks, our early on conversation, finishes 19th, and Jason Leisman 20th.
All right, Zach Ogburn will finish 21st. Brandon Thomas 22nd. Stephen Gale 23rd. Justin Bruns will finish 24th. I'm sorry, man. This is all messed up here. Hold on a minute. I got to try to figure this out. Okay, Justin Bruns 24th. Rodney Evans, man, we thought Rodney was going to be up there pushing the daylights out of somebody or even grabbing the win, but he winds up clear back in 25th. Jeff Price, today's sponsor for the race, finishes in 26th. Hobie Wells 27th. Kevin Nelson 28th. Jacob Bell 29th. Kevin Kaufman 30th. Will Rodemar are going to be finishing 31st. Caden Atkins in 32nd. And Dawson Miller rounding out the field in 33rd. So again, congratulations to our winner, Nick Olson, for SARG and MaxSpeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight, folks. Till next time, stay safe. And Jeff, thank you.
Yes, sir.